I am grateful for all of my problems. After each one was overcome, I become stronger and more able to meet those that were still to come. I grew from my difficulties. Yes. I'm feeling a lot better now because I robbed a pregnant woman of like a toilet paper. I feel good about it. I feel good about that. I crawled out from my bunker. I can tell you, covered in feces. Covered from head to toe in the feces. Yes, but I got my toilet paper. Those above ground people can't be trusted. I can tell you. Like this guy, mate, he can't be trusted. He's still sending me videos, mate. It's end of days. It's end of days, mate. End of world. I can tell you. If life was here to give you pebbles, and pebbles were valuable, like you could use them as like a toilet paper, then that would be okay. But it's not. It's not. You can't use pebbles as currency, mate. I can tell you. People will not extend their hand to you when they know that you've been wiping yourself. You've been wiping yourself with that hand. They're not happy about that. That's why I'm back underground. I can tell you. I live in my own feces. I've seen that. I've seen what I've been doing to myself. It's horrible down here. It's horrible. I've been feces everywhere. Everywhere. There's feces on the walls. I can tell you. This guy's it's end of the world. This guy's still picking up our ocean rubbish, mate. Yes, it's a wildlife right, but I've covered in feces. Even my toilet paper, it's covered in feces. I can tell you, I live in like that. It's end of world. I can't trust them. I can't trust the above ground people. I can tell you. But it's end of days. I can tell you. Even my mother, she lived Dennis. She lived Dennis. I can tell you. He's using leaves. He's using leaves. But I tell you, it's under the greatest adversity, mate, that there exists the greatest potential for doing good, both for oneself and others. I can tell you, whatever you did, don't go back to Bushmeat Pete. I can tell you that. He's deranged, mate. He's not a dancing man. He's not a dancing man. He's not my biological father. My biological father was a dancing man. I can tell you. I'm not sure about Alby. Alby might not have toilet paper. I could find him, but I'm covered in feces. I said, Alby, you're my father, but you can't recognize me, mate, because I'm covered in feces. But when I'm not covered in feces and the world restores to like a natural balance, I can tell you, when the toilet paper is back, then I'll maybe find Alby and say, mate, do you remember me? You abandoned me. My mother, you make love to her, the abundance. She's thinking about going back to Bushmeat Pit because she lived Dennis. Dennis wiped himself with poison, like poison plants. I can tell you. He need care. He need care, but my mother not care. She not care about him. She leave him on the bridge. I can tell you. She looking for a man with toilet paper. She not afraid of that. She not afraid of that. She afraid of leaves. She afraid to use leaves. I can tell you. But I can even tell you that my father, he lost his mind. He been eating too much bushmeat, mate. He's gone. He's gone. I tell my mother that. You better not chuck up with him, mate. He's got emotional issues. He's got emotional issues. He tell me. He said that he's not afraid of storms because he's learning to sail his ship. What does that mean? He's got no toilet paper. I'm covered in feces. I can't understand it. I can't understand it. But it's true. I can tell you. Look at that. What is that? That's for sea turtles. Yes, beautiful, beautiful sea turtles. But I can tell you, inside of like a man's heart is like a ring, and if the ring breaks, you can't repair that ring. You need toilet paper for that, and it's like a chain reaction of things to come. I can tell you that it's like a circle, like an inner circle. I can tell you. Look at this guy, man. He knows about these things. He knows about them. I got to educate people. He knows that. That's maybe why he sends me these videos. But look at that. That is, maybe I don't know that. A sea turtle nest, maybe that beauty. That the beauty, that the way a beautiful sea turtle has nested. And in the name of conservation, man, we got to make it easier for the little baby sea turtles. I can tell you. But I got a toilet paper covered in feces. I can tell you, I can smell it. I can smell it. It doesn't smell nice to me. And my father, he knows about these things. He's not my biological father, but he was a dancing man too. Both of them were dancing men. I can tell you, only one of them stimulated my mother, but only one of them. Not Alby. Alby not stimulate her. He stimulated her for a short amount of time, but then leave her. Leave her. My father, he drink beer on the toilet. He drink beer on the toilet, but he got in the toilet paper. He drink his beer in there. I can tell you, out of suffering. He did that out of suffering. Have emerged like a drinking on toilet a sport for men with no toilet paper. I can tell you, he got emotional issues. Yes, he's not a stable-minded man. He drink in the toilet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. My father, he drink on the toilet, mate, because it's the end of the world, mate. He tell me, it's hard to feel down when you're looking up, mate. But he's an alcoholic. He's an alcoholic, I can tell you, in the toilet drinking. Yes, he knows that my mother left the dentist, and she's looking for him. He's not my biological father, but he Reginald's biological father, I can tell you. Reginald's father was a dancing man, but so was my father. So was ALBY. He make love to my mother at the band dance. I can tell you. There was lots of toilet paper around in those days. But new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. I can tell you. That's what my father tell me when he's on the toilet drinking. I can tell you, he liked that. It's a sport for him. He found a sport in that, and at the end of the world, he got to find the hobbies. Yes, he liked to drink on toilet. It's enough for him. He liked to drink on the toilet and think of the good old days, mate, when there was toilet paper. And his woman left him, but now she left Dennis and is looking for him. I want to be back with him, I can tell you. She think he got toilet paper, but he never got the toilet paper. I said that to my mother. Why you think he got the toilet paper now? He never used that. I can tell you. But she confused woman, I can tell you. It's only a matter of time, mate, before she back under the bridge with Dennis. I can tell you he's feminine. But that is end of world, mate. I said that to her. You got to settle. You got to settle for whatever you can get, mate. Okay? Anything with toilet paper, you got to take that. Now at the end of the world, mate, and my father, he drinking on the toilet. It means sometimes have to listen to him because I got to eat the bushmeat. I got to educate you. Sometimes he say important things. Like one time he said to me, "Our grief is like an ocean. It comes from the waves." Yes. I said, what does that mean, mate? And he said, sometimes the water is calm, but sometimes it's overwhelming. All we can do is learn to poo without toilet paper. I can tell you, you sink or swim, mate. But I thought that was worth of note. I thought to myself, that is something I can educate people with. I can educate them and teach them things about that. Because he's seen this coming. Reginald's father seen this. He's been eating bushmeat for a long time. A long time. We all got to eat that. But I've got to be quiet too, because we can never trust the people above ground. I can tell you that. I've seen them. The water is not calm. The water is not calm. I can tell you. But now the world is over. I don't think of all the misery, mate. I don't think about that. I only think about the beauty. All that the beauty that remains. I can see that. I'm covered in my own feces. But I can see the beauty in that. It was a beautiful thing. That's why I'm in the dark, so I didn't have to see these things. I didn't have to witness them, but I can imagine them. I can imagine them because I'm covered in feces. Something went wrong, man. I can tell you. I can tell you they took away my toilet paper. And now I'm covered in feces. It's not a coincidence, mate. It's not a coincidence. I can tell you. Mate, it's important, you know this, mate, and it's end of world, and you will lose someone. You lose someone you can't live without, and your heart will be badly broken. And the news you hear about these things when you never get over that. I can tell you. But there's also good news, mate. People like that, they live forever, mate, in your heart, in your broken heart. That doesn't seal back up. It doesn't fix up, mate. It's like having a broken leg. I can tell you. It still hurts, mate, when it gets cold. But because it didn't heal right. But you learn to dance with that filthy leg that I'm barking. You learn to dance with that. Like a good friend. A leg is hard to find. I can tell you. You got to just be passionate. And you got to maybe go out without toilet paper sometimes. I can tell you that it's part of new world. There's going to be no toilet paper.